Welcome back to the Cepheid variable. This is your referee, Chris, hanging out in my basement, recording this to say thank you to our Patreon folks. Them fine individuals are Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, Garth, Tyler, and Nelson. Thank you for your continued support of the show. We truly, truly do appreciate it. And if you haven't joined the Patreon yet and you want to, just go check the show notes. Everything's there. Links to other badass shows like Stories and Lies, Pretending to be People, Suffer Not, 9mm Retirement Radio, so many other dope podcasts. Chaos Springs Eternal. Check them all out. They're fucking rad. And that's all I got. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode that's coming at your ears right now. You guys get into this space limo. You're blasting off, hanging out. Remember, we talked about this building being massively huge. There's like multiple layers of flying traffic and hovering traffic. And eventually you guys arrive there. I don't think we ever fully described what this building looks like. I kind of imagined it like these like four major like sweeping arcs that kind of go up into the sky, kind of like a flanged mace.
Okay.
Like kind of like that, with like maybe like a smaller building. I don't know if it'd be like a sphere in the middle or just like a smaller tower. Because where you guys go underground.
That's right. I was gonna say. I remember we went into like deep underground.
Yeah,
at one point.
yeah. So you guys, similar thing. You get there, you arrive, you take your elevator down to the floor, you find the consulate room for Mr. Kluzark. You go in there. And you are meeting more Mustangs. Okay, how's it going? Can I get you anything? I don't remember his voice, but I'm going to put a modulator over that. So
no, that's amazing. I love it.
So yeah, he'd just be like, get you water, get you anything else you want. You guys wait a little bit until maybe there's like a little like bubble thing floating to him that lights up, and he like reaches in and pushes it because he's this weird amorphous jellyfish gas two-person thing.
Yeah.
And you guys are summoned in to go sit in the room of Mr. Kluzark. You sit down in this fancy office that we've talked about.
Yes.
Rich mahogany leather chairs. I don't think there's no animals on the walls, but there's photos of his family, as we've talked about.
Can there be like trophies?
I mean, if you wanted to kill things, sure.
I mean, like soccer trophies or like best dad ever.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. He's got
karate trophies.
Trophies.
Or like golf.
He's like a white belt. Is white? Is that a good ranking? Or is that what your intro?
I think that's the intro level.
Yeah. He's got a yellow belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got like space jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and then it's like the board that he broke is like framed and shit.
Absolutely, yeah. So signed, dated.
The space board.
Yes.
It's more mahogany because no one cares about the rainforest in the future.
Yeah, why would they?
Well, I mean, there's not going to be trees left. They're not just going to use it on karate students.
Maybe there's just a whole mahogany planet. They just manufacture mahogany there.
Like the boards are covered in denim for some reason.
Yeah, what?
For padding.
Yeah,
yes, for padding.
So you don't hurt your knuckles.
Yeah.
It's not about being dangerous. It's about learning how to punch.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-discipline.
Yeah, we can still be safe while we're fucking punching boards, right?
Exactly. It's the future. Yeah. We've learned.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we care about knuckles.
They're like, actually, if you punch denim, you're fine, and all of your energy will transfer. The science, we've just figured that out.
It doesn't stop it. It actually amplifies it.
Yeah.
It's the weave. It's the weave of the denim. It's a twill, so it's a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It absorbs it and then just blasts it out.
Damn.
That's how we know Willow is set in the distant future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's the
Perfect,
fantasy element. Wow.
I both love and hate this conversation.
We hit so many tangents. I love it.
It's true.
Okay.
He sits you all down. You've all got drinks, so he's not really going to offer you a drink. But there's a bar. He's like, if you'd like to make yourself one, feel free. Remember, this guy looks like James Gandolfini. Tony Soprano is my kind of thought
I'm gonna
process
say
here.
Toots immediately gets up before even he says that and just starts pouring herself water.
He wouldn't stop. He's like, all right, perfect. There we go.
Quick question. Would Toots have told any of the rest of us that somebody came threatening her?
No,
Okay.
sorry, but
So we don't know about any of that.
she's probably just going to ignore it completely, which is probably a bad idea. But also, I like to think that wasn't the first time someone tried to
I'm sure this
get the
debt
one
will
over.
go away all on its own.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing from the past couple episodes. He's like, we're all a close team. It's just like
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was laughing so
I know.
You've done everything you possibly can to make it clear that we are not close.
Maybe that's their character. It's like cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
The complete
Yeah.
unaware.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
She's just like, well, these are my friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I've only spent time with these people in the past,
exactly.
Am I the problem? No, they're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem.
No,
Right, right, right.
Toots is a toxic person.
I can
absolutely,
see. Yeah,
absolutely. So he sits you guys down, and you give him. He's like, so tell me about mission went well. Everything seems like it went on the up and up. And you tell him everything, go through it all.
Yeah, it went. I would say that. I don't know about well.
I mean, you delivered the goods. Nothing. There was no. Pretty cut and dry, right? Pretty easy.
Sure. I wouldn't hold up a lot of hope for that settlement, but hey.
Hey, that's for them to deal with. That's not necessarily your guys' responsibility. We just need you to drop the stuff off. You did that. I know there was a report of some weird things. Appreciate you guys being cool with that and not, freaking out.
The giant whales.
Very informal
Like, this is
debriefing.
most-
Thanks for not freaking out.
Hey, thanks for being chill, bro.
I know shit's a little fucked, but you're real chill about it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Guys.
This is the future corporate
Guys.
community.
Guys, bro.
This is the future, guys.
Yeah. No, but he'd be like, we understand that you guys had some contact with the inhabitants, and that some of you might have eaten something from them, and there was talks that you might be able to understand them. I just got a briefing before you guys arrived.
It's
But
an odd phenomenon, yes.
seems
but-
like everything checked out. And there was obviously you're here, so I'm assuming there's no threat to everybody. So appreciate you guys making that endeavor. That's really cool. I think that's going to help out with communication to our friends there, and so
certainly hope so.
absolutely. So sure you guys want to get paid for what you did.
Oh yeah. So who has the commendation from the? I can't remember the
One
guy's
of you
name.
does.
Maybe it was me because I was the
It was
I think
Jedt.
so.
Someone's got it.
Yep.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, you don't present.
You didn't write it on your sheet.
Yeah,
I dropped it,
you
guys.
just burned it.
Yeah.
Need your help.
Yeah.
I don't need your worthless money.
Yeah.
In fact, take my money away.
Filthy
I'll build it
lucre.
up. It's like the one guy who gave away $1 million, the millionaire who tried to become homeless and become millionaire again.
What?
There was a guy.
Oh, right.
There was like a tech bro who was like a multimillionaire, and so he basically was like, "I'm going to become homeless, and I'm going to live homeless until I can like regain $1 million. See how fast it takes me." And then like 2 weeks in or like 3 weeks in, he had like a terrible like medical condition and had to stop.
Wait, I did hear about this
wow.
guy.
I didn't know. I think I heard as I was starting, but not the
Oh
3
yeah,
week thing.
you think he made it like a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing was like he was using like his network still. So like
Right.
all of the outside of the money, he was using everything else. His resume, like his job experience, like it was all there. It's
Yeah.
not like he was foregoing that
Exactly,
portion, which
yeah.
is ridiculous.
So, just
That's the bigger problem.
exactly. So, and he's like, "All right, well, no, we appreciate everything you did. Like I said, we're gonna pay you guys." So he, each of you is given about like 70,000 credits.
Damn.
Nice.
So I think if you
Yeah,
could,
Chris did the math on that.
yeah.
The
On that
ship
fucking
discussion.
ship. Yeah.
I did. I looked up
Nice.
what people have been doing because there really is no like guideline,
Right.
and so I was looking online, and people are just like, if they have a ship mortgage, like give them enough to pay the mortgage and maybe like not have a whole ton extra, but like give them at least a bare minimum. So
Makes sense.
and now you guys talked about pooling money together to cover it, so I think that should give you enough.
I'm
to
still
cover
cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did we determine a month's mortgage was?
I have it written down as like 82,000 was either
Okay,
the collective amount or the personal, but I think it was the collective
I
amount.
think
Yeah.
that sounds right. For
Yeah,
a
it's
collective
The
amount,
math
yeah.
we were doing was on a 20-year loan, and that was 160,000
Yeah, that's right,
creds,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
this was we figured was a 40-year loan on about 82,000.
Yeah. So I think it was like what 2,200 credits or 220 credits or whatever it was.
So yeah, this would be around 20,500 per person. I think
Yeah.
it's around there basically.
So you guys got enough money, and like you got the commendation. You know think of it like they feel bad because they gave you this job and then it went south. So like they're probably giving you a little
Hazard
extra.
pay.
They're giving you a little extra because like you guys are they they understand like they got to keep you employed, right?
All right.
Nice.
So they
Good faith.
they feel that you guys
Yeah,
are sticking with them.
we gain trust plus.
Right.
Perfect.
You see a little icon pop up the corner.
Yeah.
+1 to
Yeah.
Plus one
your
rep for the
faction.
Prime
Exactly.
Dominion.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the San Andreas theme plays. Boom, boom, boom.
Boing.
Director Kluzar greatly approves.
That was really good.
Director Kluzar, we'll remember this.
So are we actually doling out what we have, or are we saying one person is keeping track of this new crew fund, and if we need money, then we can go grab it from there?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think.
I think for the moment, if we've all talked, characters have all talked about it, I mean, Zander would immediately, I guess, not while we're in the office, but later, immediately donate the quarter
Right.
of the ship mortgage. But if we've talked about pooling money other than that, I mean, he'd immediately put in like a fund.
Yeah.
Basically, because we basically are going to have a slightly less than 50,000 credits each after that mortgage. Maybe dump half of that into a ship fund in case there's an emergency.
in case of emergency. Gotcha.
Because you got maintenance as well. You got to keep up.
Yeah, if we did want to continue on as like a crew and like make a
Well,
business,
we're a very tight knit crew.
we are a very
Yeah,
tight,
yeah,
close,
exactly.
The
friends
tightest
crew.
of crews.
Yeah, while Toots is in the corner trying to moonwalk with her drink in her hand, but then like failing and starting over and then still going again.
Fuck! I can't fucking figure it out.
Can you moonwalk on the moon?
Am I supposed to fucking move my foot that's
Yeah.
lifted up?
Yeah. So what's an amount that we think would be good for an emergency? Because that's essentially the purpose. Sounds like it's mainly like if we can't contact each other, or like if one of us needs to buy something. What like 50,000 like set aside, or
I think we would need. So the things that we would have to save for is the ship mortgage, the maintenance, like ammo and supplies, anything we need like that, and then emergency fund, I guess,
supplies. Okay.
And denim jumpsuits.
Yeah.
and denim jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Okay,
just need
so
those.
I mean, we could say I don't know. Like, is there any other costs? Like you're saying, like supplies. Like, is it basically just the mortgage and like everything else? is
Yeah,
kind of
pretty
fun?
much that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I think maybe we don't even need to like whatever set aside other than like the emergency pocket. Maybe we just like y'all just keep your money, right? And like once we have that pocket, then that's there in case of an emergency. Does that sound right?
Yeah, whatever the crew wants to do, I'm down.
Because I'm down for that.
Sounds good.
Because I think it does make sense that, like, for the most part, that there isn't like everyone gives the money to one pool and then we help all. Yeah, it makes sense. Like you have your own money, everyone has their own money, but as long as like we have that emergency fund, and as long as we're paying the mortgage, then we're good.
I think it is ultimately up to the ship's owner and the ship's captain to figure out how much money you are going to take from each job to cover everything, and then the rest is up for the crew, just like a regular business. Like my job, I don't get most of the funds.
Right.
Like the money I make goes straight to my boss, and then I get like a very small percentage.
Yep. No, that makes sense. I will definitely keep that in mind moving forward when we're taking new jobs.
Yeah, so he kind of like gives you the information. He's like, do you want to continue working with us? Do you have other contracts lined up? What's your
I don't
what's your
currently
guys'
have anything
plan
else.
from this point?
I think we did tell him, like, didn't he say he was going to give us jobs to like work out the remainder of our contract?
Kinda, yeah.
With the
if you're
the
interested.
space station.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still interested.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I mean, I think I like that we succeeded, right? In the last mission, I like that where the directions this is heading, in terms of like us getting in good graces.
Relatively easy at the end of the day. We just kind of went there and hung out for a bit.
Eat a bug, yeah.
And I think Toots would just be like, just because she did get threatened and she just wants to be off this planet as fast as possible, she'd be like, "Yep, give us another one right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's
Now
go
I'm
hard."
loud.
That would be a good way to avoid.
Yeah.
Unless they have an in with the Prime Dominion.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Bum,
cool.
bum,
You're giving Chris ideas.
Yeah, he's typing.
You act like I haven't had those ideas.
Yeah.
I did not think
Chris,
this
I'll
character
run
out.
this game from now on.
Okay, I got this.
You just like pull over his laptop and just start typing.
Just like start driving it. Yeah.
So he's guys like, well, got another pretty straightforward job if you guys are interested. This one's going to be a recovery mission.
Recovery mission.
Are we recovering or
personnel or
getting
equipment?
something?
We got a ship that went missing, and we'd like you to track it down. I'm assuming one of you has pilot as well. Besides, any of you a pilot? Had practice flying things?
I mean, yep.
So one. Anybody else?
Nice and confident.
He's okay.
You could say I'm trained in small
I
crafts.
can do it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be. Look, we have a cargo vessel that went missing. It's kind of like brings up a little map. You see this little section pop up, and it's like beep, 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 like zooms in. And he's like, we had a cargo ship going missing in the Deneb sector. Like you guys to head out that way and just see if you can figure out where it went. There's a planet nearby called Brewfort. Might be a place to start checking it out. But for the most part, yeah, it's he brings up the thing, and it's called the Radiant Maiden, and it's just a standard cargo ship. As he's pulling it up, you're seeing like there's a list of crew members. He's like, if you can find the crew, obviously that'd be helpful as well. We don't know if anything's happened to them. The ship's come on completely dark. We've lost.
How long ago did you lose contact with the ship?
He's just like, it's been
It's been.
1 week since we came around.
Thank you for doing that, because if you didn't know,
There's always was. It's like that.
Yeah.
Making make your way downtown.
And,
It's been a while.
It's like the cancer of my fucking brain. Anytime someone says, it's been,
mine is
Yeah, I can't help it.
somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
somebody wants.
Mine's
all
always
this.
when someone's like, well, that's the impression that I get, and I'm always like, because I was just
I don't know that one.
You know that song.
Go ahead.
You guys know
Do it
that.
again, do it again, do it again.
It's like it's the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones. Ever had to knock on wood? It's like, that's the impression that I get.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's impression.
That guy became a crazy COVID conspiracy theorist.
Did he
guy.
really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
damn.
Dickie, whatever his name is from that. Yeah.
How
It's
have we not
always
said? How have we not said wake up? Grab a brush
Yeah.
for a little makeup.
Oh,
That's
true.
a
That's
big-
true.
that's a big one, yeah.
My brother always gets me with the Kelly Clarkson since you've been gone.
Oh my
Here's
god.
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
We started out friends.
Oh my god, that's right.
Every
Yeah,
time.
Here's the thing.
I told you our Kelly Clarkson song, right? Where we played it we made a CD of it, and we played it in our warehouse for 24 hours straight.
Yeah,
I think you did tell me about
Fucking
that.
psychopath.
Oh my god.
I would quit. If one of my coworkers was like, haha, I'm doing this
so
as a
funny.
joke, I'd be like, haha, I'm out of here.
As a not joke.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah. And speaking of like crappy musicians, I just have to say the new Tron trailer, Ares. It's just like the second fucking Jared Leto's face came on the screen, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch
Well, who's
this.
doing the soundtrack?
9 Inch Nails.
Really?
It's a really good song in the trailer. I've
I'm
never seen the Tron
Well,
movie, and I don't care to
The
see a
second
Tron
one was
movie.
actually good.
Yeah,
But
that's
that,
what I
the
thought.
soundtrack is
A lot of
pretty
people
good.
didn't like it.
Dude, the Daft Punk Tron soundtrack is
Yeah,
fucking
oh my
good.
God, it's
Yeah,
actually
It
no,
was
the
lit.
music's great. Don't get me wrong, but I never saw the original Tron, and so I never
Me
cared.
neither. I watched the
Yeah.
second one and I liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, if it had Jared Leto, I'm like, I'm not gonna. Watch
I'm a
that.
major
thanks.
Tron fan.
I'm sorry, but if
Oh,
you like
nice.
Jared Leto and you're
Real
listening,
Tron head.
I'm not
Yes.
saying you're a bad person, but like
You like a bad person.
I don't know if like, my pattern recognition says that everyone that likes Jared Leto that I know sucks. Everyone.
I'm not a big fan of people who have sex cults and hit on underage girls.
Fair,
and
yeah.
so
Yep.
That's
like I saw Brand New's touring again. I'm like, whoa,
That's fucking crazy.
Whoa.
That is
What?
fucking crazy.
right?
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I thought they were done.
Yeah,
I didn't think that guy was coming back.
What
but
happened?
The band Brand New.
He just got
I mean, I know
canceled a
about
long
them.
time ago.
He said he was caught to be engaging with underage girls in a
Really?
sexual fashion. And they had
Rockstar.
banger albums. Deja Intuendo is really
Flirts
good. The
with
Devil's
underage
God
girls,
Raging
Tony
Inside of Me.
Surprise.
Like, great stuff.
I was never a huge fan, but a lot of my friends were.
Really, yeah. It took me a while to grow into it. But, yeah. So he...
Anyways, the Radiant Maiden.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, that's the thing. It's been...
I'm gonna get you.
I set you
Okay.
up again. I lobbed it up there.
I'm gonna get you.
Our best records show that the ship... I'm trying to figure out how to get around saying it's been.
Right.
And
I mean, and you're
We
fine.
lost
You're fine.
contact with the ship.
We already
How
did the
many days?
joke. The joke is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's coming back?
Here's the thing. It's been
Yeah. If Family Guy's taught me anything, you beat a horse and you just beat that joke to the ground.
And then the horse would wake up.
Yes. Grab her, put her in makeup. Yeah, so he's like, we lost contact roughly about 12 days ago.
Okay.
This is like a Lost in Space scenario.
By the time we get there, it's going to be nearly 20 days of no contact.
It will be,
Yeah,
yes.
true.
So, and so he brings up the thing. He brings up this like little hologram. You see the ship itself, and it's just a standard, it's just your standard like hauler. There's nothing super. It's definitely aerodynamic, so it's going to go down to the ground. So I'm trying to remember what type of ship it is, but it's like the super long one with the two wings on the back. I've had a book in front of me. I could show you. Looks like Tyler's looking it up right now.
I'm just trying
So.
to get to the ships.
That's it.
Subsidized merchant.
There you go. Merchant ship.
wow.
So this hauler
Also called a fat trader. according to the book.
Ooh.
What?
It's a thick trader. Okay.
Two C's.
It's a Gat trader.
Someone told me that GYAT is an acronym for like girl your
Someone
ass
was
is
wrong.
like
Yeah.
your girl your ass is thick or something like that.
In
or,
my mind, it's
yeah,
right. That's what I thought. But he's like, no, it's
yeah.
like get like it's like oh, that makes more sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crew members, and you see them each kind of pop up on the screen. You see a Captain Theresa Redford. She was a decorated naval veteran.
Theresa, what's that?
Theresa Redford.
Redford. Okay.
She's been the captain for like 15 years of the ship. So it's been it's a big ship. It's done its time and duty. There is Killian Orthus, who is the first mate and co-pilot. There is Vergazaz,
Wow.
who is the bridge crew's. He's basically the system operator and medic. He's a Varger.
There's some side effects you should know about Burger's ass.
There's Bertie Langstrom.
Bernie?
Bergie.
Bergie.
Bertie. Sorry, Bertie. Final answer. Bertie. It's the Astrogator.
Okay.
There is Igor Lebanov, the
Nice.
senior engineer. And then there's Yusuf Masih.
Can you spell that for me?
UYSEF. Sorry, YUSEF. I can't fucking talk today.
English is hard.
MASIH. And he's the secondary engineer. So,
Cool.
you would see that Killian has been on the ship for the past 8 years. Vergazaz, roughly the same. Bertie has been on there for 2 years. Igor has been part of it for the past 12 years. And Yusuf is relatively new. They've been on there like 9 months.
Oh, he did it.
So,
It's him.
He did it.
you're also provided with a manifest that the ship had. So they send you everything that was loaded onto it because they would have those records.
Is it more important that we find the ship or what's on the manifest?
Oh no, they're just like if you can find the ship is more important.
Yeah,
Like,
recovery, right?
and you see that it's mainly they were transporting shipments of clothing from high-end manufacturers, like ground cars, various food stuff. So yeah, it's not like there was
Nothing crazy. They're just
No. There wasn't like top secret military stuff on here.
And they're definitely not. That would be above board. You know, like surely there's nothing on there that's under the table.
Not that you see.
Yep.
So, but yeah, this is your. He's like, hey, you guys find this, you bring it back. He's like, you know, this ship is well worth, you know, like this. You know, the ship alone is like a 90,000 million, like 90,400 or 90 million credits.
90,000 million, dude. That's
So, MCR 90.4968 is the total cost for this ship. So it's a big ship.
Damn.
So he's just like, obviously, finding the ship, depending on the state and everything, we are going to pay you guys quite well for this. You know, you will be paid. I'm going to pay you, give you 10,000 up front. Do what else you need to do. And then on top of that, we're going to give you another 80,000 credits to bring the ship back. So,
Sounds fair.
And that was that each or total? It was each, right?
that's total.
No, total. Okay,
Yeah.
So 10,000.
10,000. Each of you gets 10,000 up front.
Up front.
And then they're going to give you another 80,000 kind of total for.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, no, it'll be, we'll say 80 each. Because that way it'll make sense for everything there. So,
Right. Got it.
yeah, so if you guys are willing to do this.
Let's go. Let's get off this planet.
Yeah,
Let's do
all
it.
right. What's the
Yeah.
rush? They're tits.
She's just kind of like, it keeps doing the risky business slide to try to like perfect it without
Right.
spilling her drink, and she's just like, just gotta go, we gotta go right now, gotta go. Let's get like, and she's like drinks back the rest of the whiskey, and she's just like, no time like the present. Sooner we leave, sooner we get there, sooner we get paid.
Wow.
Yeah,
Life is
Toots is
money.
right. The longer we take, the
Right.
less chance there is to
Okay.
find this crew.
Yep. We are definitely concerned about those people and saving their lives. Let's go.
Are you on that nose candy?
Woo!
Hit him with Ric Flair.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess we stock up. You know, I hit the 7-Eleven, and because they're definitely still around.
Get you some Space Ends.
Yeah.
It was like Taco Bell from Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Like the only one that won the franchise wars.
Oh yeah. That's amazing.
Taco Bell.
I love because they're the only ones who agreed to be in the movie.
Yeah.
That's why they went. Because apparently they went to McDonald's and Burger King to like,
Wow.
I'm sure.
hey, you want to help market this? And they're like, no.
Wow.
And Taco Bell's like, yeah, we won the fast food war, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why wouldn't we? It's
I love it.
free advertisement.
Great movie. Fucking best movie.
Oh, it's
I've never
so
seen it.
good.
You've never. Oh.
Please watch it.
Yeah, you should.
Wesley Snipes.
I mean, I know the movie you're talking about. I've just never seen it.
No,
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's so good.
it is.
So
It's
is there anything
quality.
we need to pick up that we don't have for this mission? Preparedness.
Oh, we don't need that. We don't need to be prepared. We can just go. We can just hit that. We can pick up what we need along the way. It'd be super easy.
Oh yeah.
My
To the space
Xander
gas
saw it
station.
as like, what do we actually need? Because we're not going to be. We're trying to find a ship.
You would have to. You would need to find. You need someone else to fly this ship back.
Yeah.
If you can
one of
find
us
it,
is
or
gonna-
or like a way to tow it. If it,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get onto the ship, repair it if it's not flyable, and then fly it back. Is what you kind of
And
get
this thing
the
is
vibe.
lost in space, right?
Is lost in
Okay.
space.
How do we locate it again?
It's going to have to be like sensors and shit. Like
Yep, you're gonna have to go. Yep,
It's
scan
really
some
big,
planets.
Okay.
You know,
See if
see
we get
can
any
find any
pings.
space debris.
Okay.
Just do it.
Yeah, we could end up just finding like a broken in half spaceship. Who knows?
Yeah. My default ship has the sensors that we would theoretically.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And we can also toss Blex out in space just to see if he, reads anything. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be fine with that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's hard
Yeah.
vacuum, baby.
Just floating there.
Yeah.
HVAC.
Yeah.
We just like reel him back in and then toss him back out
I
again
never
like a
heard of
fishing line.
You like that?
Have I never
pretty
heard
good.
of HVAC for hard vac? That's crazy. That's awesome. All right, cool. Well then, yeah. Then following Toots' enthusiasm, I kind of
Woo!
yeah. I'm like, yeah, go team, and
Yeah.
I'm like weirdly questioningly following her lead.
Go Team Venture.
Yeah, I respond to
Positive enthusiasm.
strong leadership.
But lead me when I want to
Exactly.
be led.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
like lead me when I want to be led.
All right, so we see you guys getting everything ready. Ship's gone through its maintenance phase, so you guys are good there.
Yep.
Sweet.
And everyone gets loaded onto the ship.
Woo!
Probably probably the next day, I'm assuming. Are you guys waiting around, like taking off maintenance and everything would probably be around to like next day is reasonably when you
Yeah.
probably could take the rest of the day, get everything settled. You'll take off in the morning.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yep.
But what is morning in space, bro?
Yeah,
That's true.
Like,
The
we're on a
cycle of the
planet.
day on the planet.
Yeah, it's not like we're getting a jump on the day. It's just like I feel like as soon as maintenance was over. I mean, I started the maintenance on the ship just like immediately when we got back or whatever. So yeah, as soon as maintenance was over, it doesn't matter what time of day. I think we would just head off.
I mean, would you even have like day cycles?
That's
in
the
space?
thing. If you're on a station, I mean, it
It's
can
like a
No,
cycle.
you're on a planet.
Oh,
Oh,
so I
okay.
thought we were on a station.
No,
I thought we were on a
No.
station too. All right.
No, we're on tight.
They don't have 24/7 maintenance crews. That's crazy.
I mean, they might, but you don't know how busy
But
they
they
are.
would still have a day-night cycle. If
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah. I think we made it like slightly longer than a normal day.
Yeah.
If I remember.
24 and a half hours.
Yeah.
This system only has one sun. Apparently.
Yeah. Or we could do like pitch
Wamos.
black and have like 22 years of day and then.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a good
Do you
movie, too.
guys think there's a pitch black RPG?
Oh my
If
god.
there isn't, there should be.
Yeah,
oh
right?
man, Meescha would play this.
Hey,
shit
let's
out of
edit that out and let's make that. Because that'd be pretty cool.
I fucking. That was the movie I watched on repeat when I was a kid.
Was it? Okay.
I
Legally
fucking,
distinct pitch black.
Fucking love it.
No. We'll license it and everything.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
I want to edit it out so no one else,
I feel like
steals our idea.
we'd have to deal with Vin Diesel, which would be a lot. But
I mean, we could just have his class and not
no,
his
we'd
character.
have to deal with Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
We could
He doesn't know what's going on.
Just be
Yeah.
Vin
I
Diesel.
don't know if he has deep. I
But
assume he
he's
owns rights
also a
to every movie.
tabletop player.
It's like, I feel
It's
like,
true, he is.
And turns out he definitely has not made a Riddick tabletop game.
dude, let's fucking actually, all right, edit that out.
Unironically.
We'll work on it. But it's like the Dune one. I mean, I
Modiphius
feel
said
like
that, yeah.
they can just go straight through whoever owns the.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel does not own part of that franchise.
We don't know that.
There's no fucking
might.
way.
What franchise?
The Chronicles of Riddick franchise?
That is his thing.
No, okay, but he doesn't own it.
Yeah, he does.
No fucking way.
Does he?
Yeah.
So, okay, if I wanted to make a Chronicles of Riddick RPG, I have to go, Mr. Diesel, please let me license this. Not Warner Brothers or whatever
I'm sure
He's
Warner
got an
production
agent.
company
I'm sure
that
Warner's
actually
better have
funded
a
it.
cut.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I don't know who owns the rights. That's the thing.
There's so many cool classes that we can make, dude. Like,
right.
oh my god, I'm thinking about it.
We
so
just have to
hard
make a
right
campaign called the Chronicles of Ridiculous.
See, it's really easy. We just base it off of 5e and then just do everything
Oh,
off 5.
yeah.
That's the way to go.
Is it?
We can just use the open game license.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
now. Too soon.
You all get packed up. Your 10,000 credits, a little cheaper or a little heavier right now. You pay your maintenance. Everybody gets ready. Your ship is cleared for takeoff. We see you blast off of Titan into the space, the nebula surrounding it. Get out far enough. I'm gonna need the checks to
right.
blast off. This is going to be let me find my,
It's the astrogation chain, astrogation, then
you know it. So getting there is going to be, I think it's just going to be a routine check. This jump is not super far away. So yeah, I think it's just going to be your routine check here. Let me make sure that's that. Yep. All right. So it should be 4+ on your astrogation check here.
Who's doing the astrogation?
It's one of you two.
I can Astro.
I can
Well,
Astro.
Jade,
Oh, I guess that's right.
I got
guess
a
we
plus
all have
3.
Astro.
What do
I'm
you
going
got?
to astro
Oh.
that gate.
You have more than I do. Go for it.
Let's Astro that gate, baby.
Emphasis on the
Burn.
ass.
So I got a 12.
Okay.
Boom.
Barely.
So that effect is what, a
Barely.
+3?
Sounds like a +3.
I think so. Let me check here.
I am adding my astrogation score and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a normal.
Normal check.
All right, yeah, I got a 12.
Let's see here. Yeah, +3.
+3. So here comes that J drive. What am I trying to hit?
Yours is going to be. So I'm trying to figure out where it was here. I think you're going to have a -3 to this, -2 because of the jump distance. 'Cause it's still going to be.
So still a +1.
Yeah, so
overall.
+1 total for what you're going to be rolling.
What am I trying to hit?
You're just trying to hit I believe it was a 4.
Nailed it. That's 8 on the die.
Okay. So that puts us at a...
Going into jump.
that would be a +3 to the... Oh, no, that's all we needed, right? There's
Yep,
not a
that's all
pilot
we
check.
need.
Yep. So you guys hit the speed, just boom, pop into this bubble. We see you guys traveling. Like the name of the pod, the name of the game.
Whoa!
I know.
You said it.
You have, again, you have a week. In this
I
time.
would like
Yeah,
to.
that's a training week, baby.
You got a training week if you want it.
I would just
Hell
like to
yeah.
say that is there a point in time where everyone would be asleep on these ships so
Well, we
that
got a whole week.
Whoa.
Toots is as only she can understand and no one else can understand because she didn't tell anyone. She's obviously paranoid. And she would probably try to sneak onto the bridge to see if she could do like a sensor check to see if there's any
can't do-
stowaways
Oh, it's always on the ship?
on the ship.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, check to see if anything's following, but, like, once we're in J-Drive,
No
communication
like
with the
she
external
would
anything.
probably be like extra paranoid that there's like a stowaway on the ship ready to kill her or
Yeah.
something, so she'd probably like try to as nonchalantly as possible do a sensor check on the ship to see if there's the appropriate amount of people on the ship.
I feel like that would be easy for anyone who had access to a ship's computer to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, are there 4 living beings on
Yeah.
the ship, or are there 5?
Yeah. Well, also you could just like physically even just like be perusing the ship, like and
Right.
checking shit.
True.
And if she like waited until everyone was asleep or just like off the like, I feel like she'd have like a amount of time appropriate to check something like that.
How big do you guys think this ship is? Do you think it's like I can walk from the front to the back in like, a matter of like 10 steps, or do you think it's like
No.
I'm going to like I
it
have
takes,
to
like,
make
a
a
minute-
walk back
minute or
there?
two.
I'm imagining, like, the hull of the ship, like the
Like the
cargo bay.
the livable just portion.
I'm thinking our cargo bay is, like, the size of this house, at least.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
it's
That's what I'm thinking.
even the smallest ship in these
Oh, yeah, they're
terms
huge.
are gigantic.
Kind of feels like the size of Firefly, maybe
Yeah.
slightly
No,
bigger.
I think it's, like, bigger
yeah,
than
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I like the idea of a gigantic ship, but
I mean, it's not, like, Star Destroyer size.
right.
But it's not, it's, like, not quite as big. It's not like the size of an aircraft carrier, but it's still big.
Because it is Cody's ship was using it to haul like cargo and stuff, so there has to be like a warehouse size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawking my wares.
We gotta do it. Make that money.
So I don't have any. I mean, I do have I have 0 in electronics. I don't have anything in sensors, but I do have something in comms. But that doesn't matter. But I don't intend to pass this roll. So
Give me a roll. So what are you gonna add to it? So you've got your sensors plus. I'm seeing if the. I don't think your guys is.
It's at a -3 if you don't have a jack of all
She
trades.
does have electronics.
I
The
have
0,
electronics.
so that would be the sensors. portion
Yeah.
of this. So you wouldn't take.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, just like base, right?
Yeah. What are you gonna add? Like your intellect? Where did she learn to use the scanner? Did she learn it in school, or did she learn it?
Sure.
From...
She learned it in. She has one in education. We'll just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So that is. Oh, that's a 6, not a 1. Whoa. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 9.
Nice.
Yep, you do not find anything else on here that stands out. Like there's no other signs of life
Nice.
right before you hit into this jump bubble.
Okay.
Jump bubble.
And so, what are you guys going to spend your week training?
Training on that J-Drive.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to beat my high score on this VR energy rifle training game.
I love it.
America's Army.
Yeah, I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
Toots is just practicing her endurance, so she's just running
Mhm.
and running.
Working the athletics out.
Yep.
Trying to keep her
Blex.
mind off it. Off being paranoid.
What's Blex going to train? Same thing he's been doing?
Yeah, Blex is trying to get to Bio 2, so it's going to take him several weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys are, 4 weeks now into training
This
something?
is period 5.
This is 5. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
What did you say about Bio 2? Like, is it,
I have Biology 1, and to get a skill rank up to level 2, it's 16 weeks of training instead of 8.
that I didn't know. Okay, so yeah, cool. So I'm the same way. So yeah, I've got another 13 weeks. Something.
You basically need as many training periods as the level you're trying to reach.
Got it.
Yeah, so we got to get to 16
Gotcha,
weeks,
gotcha.
so we're chilling.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So you guys pop out in this sector. And you guys are in the
Snurpy was it out.
you guys are essentially in the Gulf subsector of Deneb, this area. And it is just wide open space. There's kind of this gate that you come through. And not necessarily like there's kind of like an entry point into the system. You guys are there.
What, like customs?
No, like there's only like this now that you guys are not going into like the spinward marches. Things are a little bit more structured here. So like when you jump through, it's typically like in one area.
Gotcha.
But it's you're not just like popping in at random points.
That's cool.
And so you guys start flying around, trying to search for this ship. I'm gonna assume.
And
I would say we start with the last known location.
coordinates.
Right.
Yeah. And then you said there's one planet nearby, right? And then nothing else?
Yeah, there's one big planet near it. Like that is the one to check out.
Okay.
So
Is there a way that Brent could calculate, like, if something was like adrift for a certain amount of time, that he could calculate where the probability of it ending up in that amount of time?
Sure.
In space?
Yeah.
Because then we could just start searching that direction.
Yeah. I do. Oh, fuck, I'm all fucked up with my headphones, and my glasses. I'm sorry.
Tell me you're autistic. That time you're autistic.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa. I do think that he could probably do that. I imagine.
I mean, it's just math introductory, right? And probability.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be him or the ship, but I feel like because it is. It would exactly be. I mean, they're not gonna stop or slow down.
Mhm.
At all, so.
Yeah, whichever
you
computer.
don't know which way he
Yeah.
went, like how it got. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
Well, we
like
we
no, I
know
mean
which
like,
way it went.
but like you don't know like when it got hit, the trajectory of it, where it went missing. Like you can follow to where it went, but
Okay.
if it gets blown off course, it'd be tough to figure out.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but if there's like debris,
Right,
and
so you
it
have
all
to find
goes
the
back
debris.
to the same spot.
Right, so you have to find that debris first.
Okay. So yeah, so I guess that's our only signal is debris, and so like trying to see if there's any like large chunks of meteor that hit any specific planet near here. Is that right?
I don't know if it'd be about the planet because
Or, like,
the
not
ship could go missing for any reason.
Yeah.
They might have just
Oh.
went dark and
Right.
Yeah, like
and
that's
run
entirely
away.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Because you can turn off your like transponder and everything, and then you're basically
They could have just tried to flee the Dominion.
gone in the wind.
knows?
Yeah.
The only thing we got is to go to where we last know they were.
Okay.
All right, so you guys arrive, and yeah. So give me one of you, whoever's going to be doing astrogation. I want someone to give me a routine astrogation check as you start exploring here, trying to navigate in this sector.
Now that we're here, I'm trying to see if I have an astrogation program on my like expert
Okay, nice.
programs, and it doesn't look like I do, so I might want to get that at some point. Yeah, so it looks like I'm just going to be doing this at the base. Plus 3.
Okay.
I don't know why that was funny. It was just funny doing it at the base.
Doing it at the base. 5, 6. I got a 8.
Cool, perfect.
Right on the spot.
Nice. Well, you did a 6, so you got a little,
6.
extra. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you were able to make it to the last known coordinates. You make it to like the general same point where this maiden emerged from jump space. But you don't know the exact position where it would have arrived, but you guys kind of start searching around. If you guys want to
Scanning
do a
space.
sensor, you can give me an electronic sensor check with education. It's going to take you guys about 12 hours to do
I could give that
the
a shot.
scan.
I've got
You're the
sensors.
sensors guy, right?
Yeah, I do have sensors. Damn, 5.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're not really able to find anything.
Can't find
over this
shit.
time.
Yeah, me either.
So yeah, it's tough. You're flying around. You're kind of, I assume you're like low speed, kind of like you're trolling for fish. And 12 hours go by, and
Not a signal at all.
not a signal at all.
I got a 7. I don't know if that matters. but-
Well, he's doing the sensors, not you. So it doesn't.
What am I doing for 12 hours?
I don't know.
We can be monitoring
pilot.
different
Yeah,
sensors.
It's a mutually it's an exclusive activity.
I mean, we are a crew. I mean, we would trust Tyler to do his job, and if
Right.
the sensors don't come up with anything.
Well, yeah, but I'm also
just
like,
not
I'm gonna be,
finding anything.
I'm gonna be dialed into the mission. I'll be like, all right, like I'd
Sure.
be like,
But one person's
Well, how can
making
I
the
help?
roll
What am
for
I
the
doing?
sensors. Like,
All right.
yeah.
Can I spend 500 creds and buy an astrogation expert program? I assume you just download it on a computer
Sure, we could say that you did it before you left.
because it's
I'm
just
fine.
software.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You're saying I can dodge bullets? Sorry, I
I
couldn't
know
help
kung
it.
fu.
I know kung fu.
And so, yeah, you guys are in this general area. You're flying around. Your sensors do pick up one thing about, like, roughly, like, probably about, like, the tail end of this 12 hours. So maybe you guys, like, set the cycle, and maybe you're doing shifts of this where you're just letting these sensors go. Because 12 hours is a long time, and you guys are
I
just
would
kind of hanging out there.
I would say like the second like the sensor did go off, Toots would like instinctually just grab like the laser pistol on her hip and just be like,
They failed me.
What was that?
Well, funny you mention that. You get pinged by something like an incoming transmission. And as you guys are looking around, you're getting two signals pinging, one on each side of you. And if you
Sexy.
bring up your, the screen, you see that there are two heavily armed scout ships that are approaching you, and they're hailing you.
Ooh.
They're about 100 diameters, like away, kind of thing. Like they're giving you guys berth, but they're hailing you.
And a
Okay.
diameter is our distance between us and the planet? Or us and the closest star?
This one just says they patrol the 100 diameter limit for any incoming. So yeah, they're kind of just the whole area around the planet itself. You can see this big, large blue planet in front of you that you assume is Beaufort. You get a hail come through
yeah.
one of these ships.
I guess do I get any data about the nature of the people hailing me, or is it like a phone call where it's like I know
Just
nothing
like a phone
about you?
call. Yeah.
Like I guess a phone call has the number, but like yeah, so basically nothing.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that it would say, like, that
Yeah.
ship there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you see there's like one of the ships is green and silver. The other one is red and gray. And you see a the signal coming through says Proteus.
Oh.
Two things. So
okay.
the I imagine, I don't know, but I imagine that only ships within a certain distance can hail you. Other than that, you're sending another form of communication, I imagine.
That sounds right.
And then if they have their transponder like on, it would show like a name and like,
Yeah, you'd
details
think.
about the ship.
Yeah, and I guess that is true.
Well, it's probably
And then-
just a police ship from the
Yeah.
from the planet.
I guess
From the planet.
there's one thing I want to know is like is there like standard space protocol where like they're a safe distance and they're not an aggressive distance yet?
Yeah, no,
right?
they're not. You don't see their weapons lighting up. They're just hailing you as you come through here.
All right, yeah. Then I hit the big button, and I like
Okay.
The
That
power-
was
power
a
button.
good one.
thank
That was
you.
a good
We
button.
should
noise.
clip that, and then every time we hit like a comms button,
I will say
Hell
okay.
yeah.
that was a good one.
Nice, thank you. Yeah,
that was good.
If you want me to do more sound effects, I can do that.
He's a sound effects
I'm
man.
a weird sound effects guy.
Walking
yeah,
forward.
exactly.
Yeah, you should hear him like
say
working.
walking
He just like
Walking
beatboxes.
Foley.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you said, "Hey, do walking forward."
Yeah.
Clop, 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 clop.
What's the guy's name? Michael Winslow?
Yeah.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy from Police Academy, the black guy who would do all the
yeah,
noises,
yeah.
Michael Winslow.
I saw that guy do a set at
Oh, wow.
like a cannabis industry convention, and
Wow.
everybody was not into it. Everybody was like, "This is fucking super lame." I loved it.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
loved
because not everyone was high? I feel like you have to be like
I don't
insanely high to
think
really
people
appreciate
knew
it.
who he was.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
this was in like 2017, 2018.
Oh, okay.
So like I think maybe his prime time had passed.
I could see that being kind of like a Carrot Top thing, where if you didn't see him like in the prime, you're like, this is some
Exactly.
weird fucking guy.
Exactly.
Now he's like weird and buff and has plastic surgery, and I'm like, I don't want to look at Carrot
Michael
Top
Winslow?
anymore. No,
No.
Carrot
Oh,
Top.
yeah.
Carrot
Yeah.
Top. He's scary
I'm
to
just
look
joking,
at.
but yeah, he looks crazy.
Yeah.
He still really leans into that comedy though.
Oh yeah,
He's like, make fun of me. I don't
that's
care.
just yeah. He didn't care. I make tons of money. Like I don't care.
yeah.
Like he works like 3 days a week or whatever it is. Like 1 month. It's stupid. So the Proteus, you see a image come up on the screen of a man in a. You assume it's a man in a full like helmet and everything. And they're just like, "This is the Proteus. Please identify yourself. What ship are you with? What's your guys' what's your reasoning for being here?"
I am Jedt, Coinbitter. I'm the captain of this ship. We're acting on orders for the Dominion. They just shipped us out to send to find. It's a retrieval mission that we're on. That's that. I'm not trying not to give more details, but
Okay.
I probably shouldn't even have said that.
You two are so suspicious of everything. But like,
Well, I'm not going to say like, let me blog for you. Yeah, here's how my day's going,
well,
and like,
no, but I mean, like Chris said, we're not in like
We are
the sticks. We are like in Dominion territory.
Yeah, you're in Dominion
There's
territory.
no
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
for us to not go. Hi, we're here from the Prime Dominion. We're searching for the whereabouts of the Radiant Maiden. There's no reason.
I don't
not
know who
to
they
tell
are.
them.
I'm not going to tell them what our mission is yet unless they ask, and then I'll probably tell them. But they're going to ask first. I'm not going to blog.
They just
okay.
asked what you're
No,
doing.
they said, well, okay, what are we doing is one thing, but like once they know we're part of the Dominion, then they know we're on a mission and not just some random people.
I do think this is the importance of determining who is the owner of the ship and who is the captain of the ship. If those are the same thing, that is completely fine.
Yes.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they're not the same thing, it's two different things,
Yeah, yeah,
then I think we should.
So normally, yeah, I'm fine with him being the
what.
captain, but like I have some some elements that I like to be the face sometimes, and so that's why I
Sure, you're
sure.
piloting the ship. Go for it.
As a crew member of the ship, I'm just letting you know my captain and owner sometimes to have it 50-50 gets confusing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, that's fine.
If
yes.
you want to be the face sometimes, just as a crew member, it gets a little bit confusing.
Redacted, I'm the pilot of this ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did
How
say
about
at
that?
the beginning of sitting down that Tyler was the face of the podcast. I did say that.
Yes.
He did.
That's the face of the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah, it's a little different.
When
I mean,
we-
because
when
Agnes
we want
was
the billboard, he's going to be on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Agnes was like 1, 2, and 3 of
Oh, that was
Dark Thoughts.
unintentional.
Right, but nonetheless, like,
True.
That's
The only
just
one
'cause
that
she
survived.
did- Yeah, the only one that just ran away like a pussy. But I will say, as continuity is my thing. Toots is not going to be on the bridge when taking this call. She's going to be outside, just like listening in, but she doesn't want anyone to see her face.
I work there.
Running
So,
away like a pussy.
You guys say you're here looking,
Looking for a ship.
right. And they're just like, well, okay. Well, we're part of the patrols to crack down on pirating activity here. What's the name of the ship that you're looking for? How long ago did it pass through here?
Yeah, and
It was
theoretically,
about
I know what
20
that is.
days ago.
Yeah. What's the name of that? Actually,
The
Cody doesn't know.
The Radiant Maiden.
Yeah.
And I say that.
20 days ago.
Okay.
And I
I say that.
And you see them kind of just like, he's like, okay, 20, and you see him kind of like clicking stuff. And he's like, I don't have any, I haven't run into any ship like that in my call logs going back. If you guys want, we can escort you down onto the planet. You can check with our command there, see if they have anybody else picked them up, had anything. Other than that, be careful out here. There's a lot of pirates, hence us flying around here trying to keep track of everything. So, if you'd like, we're more than happy to escort you down there. Otherwise, you're on your own. But just know that
So
there are
pirate activity in the area?
yeah, there's definitely pirate activity.
I think we should get an escort down to the
Yeah.
planet and check things out there, but it is also like maybe they just were a victim of pirating.
Could be.
Could be. So
I don't see any reason not to go down planet
Yeah.
side.
Okay.
Check in.
And Tyler's gonna hate this, but is there like a trade of credentials some form of like, oh hey, you are
Yeah, that
IFF
makes
tech.
sense.
okay, yeah, is there some?
I bet that.
yeah, there's logos on there. There's like
So-
Prime Dominion, like whatever the name of the ship is.
Well, then there's
Well, I
gotta
want a
be
logo
there's
on-
there's got to be
yeah.
like some kind of like
digital-
IFF
yeah.
tag
Right.
ping. Like
Exactly.
we know this ship. These
Sure.
transmissions are coming from a Dominion
Yeah.
authorized ship.
If
Perfect.
you look up their credentials, like they're from the planet Burfort. Like they are whoever's in charge here. They are like the
governing body.
The governing body. They are part of that governing body.
Sounds good, and this is I know you're
But,
gonna hate.
hey, if I'm in space where there's pirates, I do want to be
exactly
safe.
like
yeah.
so if for example if a pirate took their ship, could they send these credentials? Like is there a way that
Theoretically, yeah.
Absolutely.
is there
Yeah.
some kind of authentication that is like personnel based and not ship based?
I don't think you would be able to like. No.
Like
So
we
we
don't know their
I don't
secret
think you would.
handshake.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So all right. So there's okay. It sounds good. Yeah, but it sounds like we're gonna follow.
Okay, so you guys, they take you down. We see you kind of like they're essentially like, well, all right, we'll help you get landed. We'll get you into the bay, and then we'll escort you into town. We'll have you talk with our superiors. And so he takes you guys down, and the other ship kind of breaks off and continues to go patrol the area. And so we see you guys punch through this onto your fort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice noise.
I liked that.
It was pretty
That was
Jetsy.
pretty
liked
good,
that
actually,
one.
yeah.
Pretty Jetsy-y.
Pretty Jetsy, but a fart nonetheless.
That was a
Yeah,
fart.
that was good. That was good.
I knew what I was listening to.
That's
you know?
good. And so you guys land at this spaceport on Bierfort.
Is it Beerfort or Brewfort?
Brewfort. I keep saying it weird.
Bierfort?
Brufort. So
Bjorn
Brewfort. Bjornfort.
I definitely was imagining there's like a G and an H and like a Y in there somewhere.
No. Yeah, and so you guys are able to all of the like they take you through, and you hear this like message pop up. It's just like, welcome to the Celestis port. Please direct yourself to Starport 73 or whatever, that kind of thing. Like this wholly automated system is just like repeating this message. Just welcome to Celestis. Please report to Starport.
That's cool.
And there's no traffic. The weather is clear. You see that this area, as you're kind of landing where Brewfort is a kind of like there's a lot of jungle. There's a pretty big jungle surrounding the village. I was trying to find the official map here.
Wonky expanse.
Kind of Milwaukee. No. So you guys are the Starport. There's a big old like lake, like river, like sea that the Starport's on. You guys are landing in that Starport, and as you get down to the ground and you exit out of the Starport, it's a large Starport. There's like multiple bays and everything. There's a couple large ones, a couple small ones. This guy gets out of his ship, walks over, shakes each one of your hands. He's a younger human guy. He's like, all right, well, we got to trek into the city. Yeah, don't mind the noise. You're going to hear a loud buzzing noise when you get out there. That's to keep away some of the bugs that are here. That they're swarmers. So,
Any of them big, or are these like mosquito size?
they're a little bit bigger than a mosquito. And if one of you wants to give me, I believe there's a check here. Let me find it. I think it's a biology.
Blex has got that biology.
Blex has got that biology.
You got that biology. He got biology.
And he'll use his
Well, let me make sure that's what it
program.
is. Let me make sure that's
Oh,
what it
man.
is.
Expert program.
Oh, damn.
Astrogation.
Oh, dape.
Yeah, give me yeah, let's go biology. I think that makes the most sense. However you have this learned. Be it 8, we're gonna say 10 plus, I think.
Ooh. I got 10 on the dot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they start describing, and maybe he like mentioned that there are these bugs here. They are called, and you start to realize this. You start thinking about it. They have crimson locusts on this planet. For whatever reason, you've kind of heard about these. So there are these swarms of red. They're called the red swarm here, and they are highly aggressive and territorial. And basically, they feed on the blood of mammals, and they fly in dense swarms and attack. So,
They say that.
That's terrifying.
but
What are they called?
they're
Red swarm.
crimson locusts. The true danger of them is that they
Lyme disease.
that's really Lyme.
tastes
Lyme
like
disease is pretty bad. They do actually a toxin that they inject into their victims. So they will inject you with a victim. So he'll tell you like, oh, we got these locusts here. The noise drives them off. So you're going to hear it when you go into the city. Do your best not to go anywhere outside the city because these things will attack you. But as long as you're within the city and you're within like this road, you're going to be fine. And as you guys are driving through, leaving the Starport, you see these like massive domes, like structure, like clear structures, and you just hear this high pitch, just like the entire ride in because of blocking out these
So
creatures.
My tinnitus is acting up.
Exactly. And we see you guys get into the gate, and he kind of turns to you. He's like, well, welcome to Brewfort. We'll get you to the leader right away. And that is where we'll end this session.
See ya.
Tyler, you wanted to talk about scat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skibbity Bop. Scatman Crothers.
Oh,
Scatman John.
scat.
Damn that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You
Direction.
got to set the record straight on
He's
that
a
one.
scat man in the scat world.
Yeah, you came up to me and said, I love scat.
Got a bumper sticker on your car.
It's brown colored.
Could you imagine?
Just a brown bumper sticker that says, I love scat.
I think that's one of my favorite I think you should leave skits is the honk if you're horny. He's at the funeral. Why would you have a sticker on this and honk if you're horny if you don't have anything to jerk off to? I'm really horny, that's why I'm honking. It's the one guy you really like. I forget his name.
Connor O'Malley.
Yeah, Connor O'Malley, who just plays that perfect, unhinged, wacko, weirdo guy. He's so good.
Yeah.
So I have a question for everyone.
Okay.
Which Val Kilmer movie did y'all watch?
Tombstone.
I was going to say, I want to watch Tombstone, but I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did Real Genius.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, you think I would watch Willow because
Right.
I'm all, but and something about Real Genius that just makes me laugh every time I watch it is amazing.
That's like Robert Zemeckis, right? That's the airplane guy. I mean, I think he did that in the film.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, it was about building lasers so you can.
It's like a spoof, like right? Isn't that real? Is that? I'm thinking Top Secret. I'm thinking of
Oh,
I
Top
was
okay.
going to say, Top Secret,
I'm
I
thinking
want to
Top
rewatch.
Secret,
That
yeah.
movie is
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah, but super sad about that news. That was not a whole lot of actors' deaths hit me super hard, but that one was part of my childhood, so that one kind of
Okay.
it hurt a little bit more than it should probably, but
I didn't really care because I don't really care when anybody dies. That's not related to me, or I
Makes
know.
Fair.
So if it's somebody I don't know, I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. I feel bad for the family, but it doesn't make me feel any different.
Yeah.
I know it's just kind of world changing.
Is it?
It's just. I mean, he's not going to be in any more movies.
He wasn't in any movies anyway.
She
He couldn't
said
talk.
Val
Hey,
Kilmer was world changing.
He was
On
Top
the
Gun,
record.
the new one. He was in it still. So
I never
excuse
saw
me,
it.
sir.
How could he not be in that, though?
I mean, he didn't even talk. Well, he couldn't talk.
I hate
but,
Top Gun, so I don't watch Top Gun.
Oh, okay. Well, the world has to
Well, there's
oblige
only
by
two
what
of them, so
Chris
they're pretty
likes and
easy to
doesn't like.
avoid.
I'm just saying I never saw it.
We finally found the thing that Meescha is really passionate
Yeah.
about
Val
that
Kilmer.
none of us are super passionate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Val
the
Kilmer.
opposite.
Hey, the
I mean,
Saint,
he was
great
Matt
movie.
Morgan.
It's
He
the
was. He was the
opposite.
Saint.
He was the Saint.
It was a great
Fun
movie.
fact: first time I ever went to Cody's parents' house, and we were 15. There was one DVD on the table, and it was The Saint. And I remember that so clear
True,
because underneath the coffee
You're
table,
like, I love that
They
movie.
love this
it
so
was so
much.
good.
I don't
It was
know
so
why.
good. But underneath the coffee table was also his 6-year-old sister growling at me like a dog.
True.
So that
She
that was
was
just a very
right
visceral
on.
memory for me.
You're like, hey kid, you ever seen The Saint?
I remember two things about that day: the growling child and the saint.
Sage kind of might listen to this, so yeah, hi Sage. But yeah, you were a born furry, and she knows it.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
she was actually inherently like a wolf.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she had
In all
sticks and
aspects
twigs in
except
her hair.
physical, I'm
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she grew out of it. But
The
yeah.
one thing that we were robbed of is I saw an article that said Val Kilmer apparently asked Will Forte to participate on The Amazing Race.
Yes, I saw that.
Which,
Holy shit.
Will Forte or their agents said no. But I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
That would have been so funny.
How fucking stupid do you have to be to tell them no to that? That would have been amazing. Will
Yeah.
Forte and Val fucking Kilmer
Yeah.
in Beijing?
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the thing that I read that same article, but the
Yeah.
thing that got me on that one is that Will Forte was, I think, the one telling the story, and he's like, Val Kilmer was just over one afternoon, we were hanging out. I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
Val Kilmer and Will Forte just hung out. They're just buddies.
Just kicking it.
Well, they were MacGruber, weren't they?
That's the movie I was thinking of this morning. That was my favorite Val Kilmer movie.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you, Chris.
You're welcome. I mean, Kiss
Appreciate
Kiss Bang Bang
That's
is
fantastic.
like one of the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched Tombstone, and I forgot how many good one-liners are in that movie.
Oh my god!
Like that movie is just chock full of like
Yeah.
perfect '90s tough guy, just like
That's the one
Oh.
where he's sick.
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Doc Holliday. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Real Genius is also full of really good one-liners too. So
Was Val Kilmer a Batman? He was, right?
he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
Batman.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
no,
That was the
No.
only...
Batman Returns.
That was
or
like
Batman Forever.
my-
Forever.
Forever was Chris O'Donnell, wasn't it?
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
let's just Google
No,
this real
they're all
quick.
kind of molding together now.
I think it was Batman Forever because in Batman, the one with the Doctor with Mr. Freeze.
Batman Forever.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Because
right.
Batman and Robin was
I
George Clooney.
loved
Oh, yeah.
Batman.
Oh,
well,
that's
with
okay.
the crotch shot.
Batman
Yeah.
Forever, you're saying, was the one with Green Ivy or whatever that hot lady's name is.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
No.
And Big.
I like
No.
Green Ivy better.
Batman Forever was
Hold on.
Two-Face and the Riddler.
Yes.
Mm.
So that was
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Tommy
what
Lee
I thought.
Jones.
I was
Oh,
talking-
yeah.
I
I
got
fuck with
that
that one
right.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Batman and Robin was Poison Ivy and Bane.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Freeze.
Yeah.
I was
Nice
a big
to
Jim
meet
Carrey
George
fan.
Clooney.
Nice to meet you. It's tough you to
Yeah,
chill out.
God damn it, bro.
They're all good.
But
No.
that's the only Val Kilmer movie I think I have ever seen.
You haven't seen Willow?
Is that the one with nipples?
Yes.
The
yeah.
suit with nipples?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have not made him watch Willow.
Yeah,
no.
it's got nipples.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nipples confirmed.
Dude.
Willow's is really
The
yeah.
nipples-
Yeah,
Willow.
Willow's good. Willow's a good movie.
I'm gonna
Nipples
watch
in
the
your
TV
suit is
show
crazy.
because you
yeah,
know
nipples
the
in your hard
okay.
plastic
Yeah.
suit.
That was before I knew it was crap and sucked, and even Disney Plus didn't like it because they took it away from their platform.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
that was
That's what
dumb.
happens when you try to monetize everyone's nostalgia.
It's true.
You're gonna have a
So,
few misses.
Did you
know?
did you ever watch
Exactly.
it or like any
No.
snippet?
No,
Okay, so like
I didn't
Matt
watch the show.
Mordigan's daughter apparently would so like they were trying to be like forward and everything, everyone but the thing that got me was that the daughter would be like trying to be a leader and she'd be like, guys, listen to me. She would say guys. In a fantasy world, she would say
Yeah,
guys.
they would just like drop the
Well, bro,
act,
you
and
know,
they would be like,
sometimes-
they would just say like, dude. They didn't
They
say
just
dude,
drop
but they
the
might
act.
as well like
Yeah.
have said it.
yeah. And
not
like
gonna
one
lie.
lady was just wearing denim.
Yeah, like straight up, like, and she's a fine arts major, so like she'll like see that shit of like, is the wardrobe like somewhat like effort
Sure,
towards
yeah.
authenticity, right?
Maybe the fantasy denim. Who
Yeah,
knows?
say the
Yes,
authentic
fantasy denim, magic
fantasy
denim.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're triggering me too much too early in the morning.
The made up world. of
Well,
Willow.
yeah, but that's the thing. You're not supposed to have like real world objects
Says
that are
who?
like just do people not complain about the Starbucks thing in Game of Thrones?
We all made fun of it.
Right.
it's true.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be there.
Well, okay, I'll give you this. If there was a Starbucks in Willow
Right.
TV show, I would think that's weird too. But denim?
Right.
What's
But
the
it's
spectrum?
spectrum.
It's the spectrum.
if they had like Levi branded jeans, I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
that's why.
but what if I said
Yeah, yeah.
denim jumpsuit? Would that make a difference?
No.
No?
They have
Maybe
no
it's just one of those
technology
things you have to see.
to make
Yeah,
difference.
I have
was-
to go back and watch the original Willow, and then I have to compare it to the TV experience, and
do
then
it.
I'll let you know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Do not watch the TV show.
Maybe there's some like
It
weird
is just not
post-apocalyptic
worth it.
world thing.
See, this-
Like
Oh.
they find these
Oh, yeah.
old
Yeah,
clothes. They're
maybe
like,
that's
this is a suit of armor
There you
that's
go. See,
denim.
maybe that's the hint that you've been missing the whole
Damn.
time. Is they're
The
trying to
armor of
tell you
Denom.
Yeah.
that this is actually 300 years
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, see, it's like the gun, the movie making, best practice of like, if you have a gun in Act 1, in Act
Chekhov's
3,
gun.
just kind of have a
Willow's
good,
gun.
yeah, just kind of have a good time.
Willow's gun. He's got to use it.
He
You got
found
to
it.
use it. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. That's really stupid. She's wearing denim. But
No, it's fine. You can trigger me. I'm just suffering from blood loss. It's okay. Sorry, I had a really bad nosebleed this morning. For context, it's not because like I'm bleeding really bad. It's just nosebleed.
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
that's good. All right.
I don't want anyone thinking like, "Oh my God, she's dying on air."
They weren't. It's
They
okay.
weren't. Yeah,
they
you're
don't
okay.
care.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think most of us would help you if you were dying on air.
yeah.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Most of us. I wouldn't.
Oh, but you know what? That checks out. Thanks. If you were helping, I'd be like,
No,
"Oh my God,
I'd
what's
call-
wrong with Tyler?"
Tyler
Call
and Cody
911
would
for any
argue.
of you.
Tyler and Cody would argue about the best way to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone else would be like, "Just open her mouth and put it in her
911.
potion."
Yeah. I would be arguing in good faith, and then Tyler would say, my ideas are bad.
It might happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's exactly.
That checks out. But if it was any other way, I'd be questioning things.
I get it. Yeah.
Ugh. All right.
That's how it goes. All right. you guys last left off getting into a fancy space limo, a driverless limo, blasting off towards the consulate here.
And this is our just like check-in debrief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are getting back to talk with the guy who runs all this, who I should have opened to my page and notes.
Mort Mustang?
No, Mort Mustang's the assistant.
The director Kluzark?
Yeah.
Yes, Director Kluzark.
Does the limo like hover? Is it like a
Yeah,
hover
absolutely.
limo?
It flies off into the sky, all that kind of stuff.
Well, flying, I don't need flying. I just need hover.
I mean, isn't that kind of what flying is?
It hovers with sand. It flies with farts.
It's
That
huge.
was-
Such a serious world.
It's covered in denim.
Yeah.
It's a denim jumpsuit for a limo.
Just like a denim wrap.
It just has
Somebody
Bjorns
has
for all
to
the
have done
passengers. Like, no one gets in the limo. It just has a whole bunch of baby Bjorns around it. We all just kind of like get into the Bjorn.
Bjorn.
It's wild how that like wrapping cars has become a bigger thing than it like originally was. Like I
Wait,
remember
do you mean like
so
wrapping
cheap.
cars as in something, or wrapping cars as in they are spitting out beats?
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no, they wrap their car like they'll like instead of painting a car, they'll put like a wrap
Oh
on
wow,
it.
that's crazy.
Okay.
So,
all right.
like yeah.
Another reason why the English language is just badass crazy. Like,
Yeah, no, English language is stupid.
So hard.
It is very hard, and we just proved why.
Yeah.
There was a context for that earlier I don't want to get into because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to shame my parents.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I had to look it up. Somebody did do a denim car wrap.
But yes.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Oh my god, I hate society.
Is that in the Willow movie?
Yeah, it's Willow driving.
Oh my god.
It's like the mythical dragon that
You
they
can
all
see that
ride
in
in
the
the
back.
battle.
I feel like I couldn't not see like Yoshi's Story or something.
Right? Yeah, it's very much
yeah.
that. Or like Kirby, one of the Kirby
Yeah,
yarn
yeah.
games, Epic Yarn.
Okay, now I like it.
So.
How dare you make me like
Yep,
that?
I did it. I managed to make it happen.
I want to make a baby Bjorn for myself just so I can put it on something and be like, oh, I'm secure and safe now.
I think that's a good idea until you can't get out of it because you're like hanging in the air, I'm assuming. Like you'd want to strap it to something so you'd be free floating and safe.
Then I'm just stuck until I die. And is that really bad in this
Yeah,
economy right
And
now?
then I just imagine
In
like
this
Cody walking upstairs, you're just like strapped to a wall and a baby Bjorn.
Yeah. I can explain.
And he's like, yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Just-
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Feed me blueberries and be gone.
Yeah.
That's the most accurate baby thing I've ever seen. So,
It's an L, little bro.
what?
What?
The fuck you just say?
Look, Cody has
moving on.
the
Real
Riz,
brain
is
rot
what we're
content.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. I'm chronically online, so
Okay.
Chronic-
That happened.
Terminally online.
We were walking through the store yesterday or the Friday, and Ricky was talking. He's like, "Did you know who the Rizzler is?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck you just said."
yeah.
I was like, "You talking about the Riddler
No.
from Batman?" He's like, "No, the Rizzler." I'm like, "Who's the Rizzler, Ricky?" He's like, "The kid." I'm like, "Cool,
Yes.
the kid." Like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Talking about red vines. Talking
Yeah, I
about
was like, "What are you talking about? Who's the Rizzler?" And there's just like,
Did he ever manage to explain
"No,
it to you?
I don't know who this person is."
I mean, I do, but I don't know how to explain it.
damn.
So I don't.
Wait,
know.
what are we talking? We're talking about what a Rizzler?
No,
No,
who
Rizzler.
the Rizzler is?
Oh wow, someone is like the quintessential Rizzler.
There's one.
Am I the only
Rizzler.
one who's heard of the Rizzler?
No,
I mean, there's to riz is a verb, but like
Yes.
there's not one who.
No, apparently
who is
there
known
is,
to
there
riz.
is somebody
There
that
is.
goes by the Rizzler.
The
And it's
Rizzler.
like an 8-year-old kid.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow.
Okay, well, hey,
Okay.
12 days.
I'm
Ships
That's
missing.
also wild. I mean, he's a little kid, but it's
Right.
wild that your little son was like, "Dad, do you know who the Rizzler is?"
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah. How would I?
I mean, you could
no, I don't
probably.
know that kid.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see this 8-year-old kid
You think I
like.
just know fucking children?
I want to see him Mew so well that he's like Mewtwo. You know?
Yeah.
Jesus
is that the
Christ.
Rizzler?
Yeah, that's the Rizzler.
He.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, let me see. Actually.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Now,
Because I do see,
damn.
I honestly do see
That's
kids
the
doing
Rizzler.
that like can't talk mewing thing at like ball games and stuff. And like they'll be on the jumbotron and they'll just be like,
Oh my
and it
God.
honestly is pretty funny.
Yeah,
but,
it's good, yeah.
I don't know what any
I mean,
of
turns
those
out
means.
kids are good at making memes as long as you don't immediately think they're stupid and you kind of look for what's funny in
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
This kid looked like he's going to star in like a Sopranos TV show reboot in 20 years.
Gotcha.
That's what kid
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like.
no.
Okay.
Well, we don't need
for
that.
No, that's he's
Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad he's famous enough that my
Yeah.
children know him.
No, yeah.
But
I mean, you
it was
can tell,
definitely an old moment for me. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't fucking. I was like, you know who Walter Cronkite is, you little fuck?
I'm just glad to see like
when you got a 401k.
You're the best dad.
I'm just glad to see the younger generation aura maxing. That's
Again, I don't. You're saying a word there, and I know it's a word that means something, but I don't know what it is. Gonna find me the check to be made, and I'll have you make it. Yeah. Then you'll be rolling, and you're gonna know what you need to know. Oh yeah. But right now, I'm stalling with the song as I make up the words that I say. Because I can't find the thing to have you roll, and I'll make it up anyway.
He's got bars. Chris got
dude.
bars, man.
Damn.
That's how it goes. Piss and poop and pee and poop.